All right, the master storyteller of the Appalachian Mountains, Ray Hicks, coming to life in a new picture biography for kids. Hicks was world-renowned for his stories, many he learned from his grandfather. Today we take a look at one of Roy's folks who is trying to save Granddaddy's stories. Ray Hicks was without a doubt the best-known Appalachian storyteller.
Yeah, now they were a lot of them hard to believe.
He just had a unique way about him. He had a unique way of speaking.
Shannon Hitchcock has written a children's book about Ray. It's called Saving Granddaddy's Stories.
I start out and I say, Ray Hicks grew up among the shimmering peaks and coves of the Blue Ridge Mountains, but times were hard.
Right now, I ain't ashamed nothing.
He was known as the keeper of the Jacktails, stories that have been passed down through the generations of a mischievous boy named Jack and his adventures.
Well, the reason I named it Saving Granddaddy's Stories is because Ray heard the stories from his own grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just on a quest to save the stories that his grandpa had told to him.
Growing up in Yadkin County, Hitchcock had an appreciation for family stories and remembers even telling some of her own to her sister.
When we were little girls, we shared a bedroom. And she was younger than me, about 3 years younger, and she had trouble going to sleep at night. And so she would usually say, "Tell me a story," because, the lights were out, so I couldn't read her a story. And so I would make up stories.
Years later, her sister's tragic death in a car accident would inspire her to do more with her storytelling talents.
Right after her funeral, I kind of turned to my husband and I said, life is too short. We don't have any idea how much time we have. And I said, I have always wanted to write books, and now I'm going to write books.
Her first book was titled The Ballad of Jessie Pearl.
It's based on the tuberculosis epidemic in the 1920s that, affected my mother's family.
She went on to write several other books and has become quite successful as an author. Her latest picture book biography about Ray Hicks explores his family tradition.
And it's really kind of a universal story because it's a story about the relationship between a grandparent and a grandchild and how the stories that were handed down to him that he then handed down to his own children and then saved them for all of us.
To be treasured for generations to come. Looking for Roy's folks. Chad Tucker, Fox 8 News. Ray Hicks, so talented. Hard to believe he's been gone now almost 20 years. Well, Saving Granddaddy's Stories is now available wherever books are sold.
Your thoughts on life after death could be